Hey guys, this is Mr.Mario Fan 11. Welcome back. And today I'm going to try a new series called Game Review. And today's review is going to be Sonic06. Yeah, that's right. Sonic 0 to the 6. If you like this video, please like it, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification so that you can join the notification squad. And if you want me to continue my game series, I want you to keep hitting the subscribe button. Let's see if you can get up to 50 subscribers. If we do, that'll be very, very great. In this series, I'll be doing whether the plot is great, the character itself, the setting, and the multiplayer and everything. Oh, and the origin too. Without further ado, let's get started. Sonic06 was created in 2006 after Shadow the Hedgehog's 10 horrible things. They decided to make it about Sonic again. When the trailer shows up, we show Sonic running. No store, no messed up plot, no evil or good thing like Shadow the Hedgehog, no team things. Just Sonic and what he does, runs. We thought it was gonna bring it back where it was. When 2006 comes, it's been released. Sonic06 has many names. Sonic 2006, Sonic06, or Sonic the Hedgehog. Yeah, I know, it's confusing between the original Sonic the Hedgehog and the Sonic the Hedgehog 2006. That's the origin. Next, the plot. In Sonic the Hedgehog, you face 3 characters. Sonic the Hedgehog, Shadow the Hedgehog, and a newcomer named Silver the Hedgehog. Let's start off with Sonic's story. In Sonic's story, you save a princess named Elise, which she is the princess Soliana, which Dr. Eggman, which God help me, give a terrible character design. Once both the chaos symbol that she had when she was growing up, and the flames of disaster that was sealed inside of her, which Sonic came in and saves the day again. Well, not again, but she saved her. But Princess Elise had a vision that she saw a legendary hedgehog, but she gave an introduction that he was Sonic the Hedgehog. Eggman chased out there with his army, so on and so forth. When the opening credits came in for Sonic's story, it was crispy. It was good, except for the character design for Eggman. Townspeople were celebrating a history of their anniversary of their people not getting destroyed by a being named Solaris. When the cutscene came in, Princess Elise had been kidnapped, and she left a chaos symbol. It takes place at night when she got kidnapped. In the morning, you start the game. Okay, when you meet Tails, it's loading. First problem at hand, it's loading. It loads mega long. I'm telling you right now, I play the game a lot. And believe me when I say the loading screen is mega long. I can go right now and make a sandwich in under 2 minutes and the game will be still loading. I can catch up my readings, I can catch up with everything I need to do, and the game will still load. You meet up with Tails and tell that Princess Elise has been kidnapped. So, you head to your first one, which is Wave Ocean. But before you get there, you have to get something called Lightspeed Dash, which you can get from a citizen if you complete a mission. It loads again, tells you the information, which you have to go through the hoops. It loads again. Once you finish the mission, it loads again. And then when you talk to the townspeople, you get a ranking. Your ranking is positioned on how good, bad, or worse you did in the game. Whether it's from collecting rings to destroying enemies, or how fast you do in the game. I'm gonna tell you right now, that mission took about 4 loading. That took almost the whole entire time. Once you acquire the Lightspeed Dash, you're able to do, in the track of light, you're able to go through a whole line of rings. After Wave Ocean, you being known that the Princess Elise has been taken to another location. Right there. It's pulling a, "Oh, Sonic! I'm sorry, but your princess is in another castle," like they did with Super Mario Brothers. This isn't Mario, this is Sonic. So you meet up in the desert. You see Princess Elise, you fight Eggman. It's a boss. It's not too hard, but it takes a long time to load. For the beginning of the boss and the ending of the boss. You say Princess Elise, only to get kidnapped again. You fought off Silver. Well, you meet Silver, who tries to destroy you because he thinks that Sonic is the Iblis trigger. He jugs way too much. You go to the boss. The boss, well, a rival boss, if you like to call it. The game is loading way too long. In order to defeat Silver, you have to keep your distance far away from Silver. Otherwise, if Silver catches you, he'll fling you off. If you're on a really corner with next to him, he keep tossing you each time, landing you to die. After you defeat Silver, you got Princess Elise has been captured again. Before Silver finished you off, Amy came in and swooped the day to save Sonic. Well, Sonic saved Elise, only to get kidnapped again. Again, they're putting another Super Mario reference into the game. So, the princess has been captured, you have to save the princess, but you need to travel to a different point of view, Radical Train, which is in another part of Soliana. In order to get to another point, you're gonna have to find a captain. Okay, that's simple. You asked a lot of people who the captain is. You said you don't know who it is. You said sure. Then the guy will tell you who's the captain. Turns out the first guy you talked to was the captain. So let me get this straight. You made a whole mission to find the captain, to find out that you were the captain all the time? Seriously, you wasted a lot of time on this. After you find the captain, you're able to progress to the next part of Soliana. Which you can go ahead and, continue. At Radical Train, you have to stop the train before it explodes. Once the train is stopped, you catch up to the train, you save Princess Elise, only to get stopped by Silver again. Silver tried to destroy you, only to be stopped by Shadow. And again, Princess Elise has been kidnapped again. This is what? The 5th time she got captured again? Again, you save her, she kidnapped again. But the problem is with that one, she decided to get kidnapped on her own. Eggman didn't force her or nothing. She just decided to. You know what? If you're going to be doing that, why don't you let your men save yourself? Save the game itself. That makes no sense to waste a whole time, an hour. So your Tails trying to warn Sonic that she's been kidnapped on her own again. Which she had to go to Kingdom Valley. She's been kidnapped by Eggman in a spaceship. Silver, instead of killing Sonic again, they put their differences aside and help saving him. Again, after you finish the level, the ship has been destroyed. Princess Elise is killed, which with the power of the Chaos Symbol, they're able to use Chaos Control, which able to time travel anywhere at any time. If that's the case, you could have used that a long time ago. Trust me. Yeah. Oh, I forgot to mention this earlier. When Knuckles came around, he gave a letter by Eggman tell him either give the Chaos Emeralds or Princess Elise will be kidnapped for forever. He knows it was a trap, but he gone for it anyway. Well, apparently when you got there, you put the Chaos Emerald there, only be tricked and sent back far away in the future in Crisis City, which you meet Shadow and Rouge there. The only way to get back is to find 2 Chaos Emeralds and do Chaos Control. Lucky for Sonic and the gang, Shadow and Rouge already found 1 Chaos Emerald. The only way to find it is in order to, finish the stage. You have to beat 2 stages, Crisis City and the Rock Core. Those 2 were a pain for me. Trust him to leave me. Yeah. Well, after that, you find the Chaos Emerald, but it was a fake. It was inside of Iblis, apparently. Trust me, after defeating the Iblis worm, they Chaos Control back to where they were. Now, that's part I forgot to tell you. Now I'm going to continue what I said. They went back in time, only to go into Eggman's base. The machine was let down, and it was about to explode. Lucky for Sonic, they catch up just in time before they explode. One final boss, which is Eggman. After defeating Eggman, the ship is about to explode. You carry Elise with you. This time it was the final time to save her. And no Eggman to deal with it. Sonic story, done. Next, Shadow. Shadow is working for Gun. Apparently, after the whole Shadow the Hedgehog incident, when he said he's going to put the past behind him, he literally did. He worked for Gun. His mission was to save Rouge in White Acropolis. Save Rouge, but Rouge found something mysterious called the Scepter of Darkness. He had to take it all the way to Kingdom Valley in order to get there, but run by Eggman, who wants the Scepter of Darkness. He tried using by brute force, but Rouge dropped it and nearly shattered it, leashing out Mephiles the Dark, a being that apparently is part of a final boss, which, I'll tell you that later on. So, after that, Shadow doesn't know who Mephiles is, but Mephiles knows who Shadow is. After being set free, Mephiles has been returned the favor by time travel, all the way to Crisis City. Yep, Crisis City. That's when they met Sonic in the game, which Shadow had to compare one part of Crisis City in order to finish it. After the whole Sonic thing, when she finished Iblis, you meet Mephiles. You chase Mephiles down, only to find out that he's a creation, and he wants Shadow to join him in order to rule over the world. Yeah, I don't think they want to go back that way again. So instead of the whole renegade good or evil thing, he's stuck with his gun, saying he's not going to help him. After feeling his true form, you have to defeat Mephiles. Mephiles is not too hard to fight, but you have to resemble it on his pattern. After defeating him, you meet E12 Omega, which is one of, again, Dr. Eggman's creation. You've been time travel again. Mephiles escaped, and you try to chase down Mephiles, apparently. Apparently when you do that, it takes you back to a point of Soliana, which Radical train. You have to find the doctor and tell him who Mephiles is. After reaching the train, Eggman tells everything about Mephiles and how Mephiles was a being was created in order to make Solaris. After the machine has failed, they've been separated. Iblis, which is the flame of disaster, and Mephiles, the dark Memphis to Dark. They've been split off. After the whole thing, Shadow decided to defeat Silver in order to give Sonic some time. After defeating Silver, Shadow did a whole Chaos Control, which the only thing that made me laugh is when Shadow kicked Silver. After that, apparently... Hold on, give me a minute. Sorry about that. I'm almost... Anyway, after that, Silver wants to know why he can't defeat Iblis. They find out that in order to use Chaos Control, to time travel back all the way in the past, in order to find out what's the whole reason of why Silver is coming back in order to save the future. I already told you about the whole machine and everything. Silver is taking down Iblis, while Shadow is taking down Mephiles. After catching up Mephiles, you had the Scepter of Darkness, which you seal Mephiles into it. Which, that's why he remembers, that's why Mephiles knows Shadow the Hedgehog. After that, she decided to go get the Scepter of Darkness again. This time, in order to get a new fresh one. You meet up to the sand, you find Mephiles, only to find him power up. Apparently, he's a little something. Anyway, you go to the boss. The pattern of it is really, really weird, and it's very difficult. After defeating Mephiles, after defeating Mephiles, Shadow begins sealing him with the Scepter of Darkness. It works at first, but then shatter again. Apparently when Shadow used the Scepter of Darkness, it works for the first time he did it, but the second time he did it, it shattered completely. Which gives Mephiles a boost, apparently. Which made a whole clone of Mephiles, which Shadow took off the inhibitor rings around his wrist in order to finish him off. Apparently the inhibitor rings give him speed, give him more strength, a little bit faster, and a bit powerful, which you're going to use that a little later. Next, and finally, Silver. Silver starts off in Crisis City. How he lived in a broken past. How nothing was in flames. And you could thank Iblis for it. So, Blaze, which you find, told Silver that he appeared again. You have to go to Crisis City, complete the level. Then you find Iblis. Once you find Iblis, you have to defeat him. Once you defeat him, Silver's getting tired of doing it over and over and over, and now he wants to find a way to defeat Iblis for good. Which, Memphis the Dark has something to do with it again. Apparently, in order to defeat Iblis, he had to find the Iblis Trigger. The Iblis Trigger is the one who caused Iblis to destroy his future, which is none other than Sonic. Which, that's what Mephiles says. So, Silver, as he was a newcomer, he believed that Sonic was the Iblis Trigger. Which you can be in Sonic's story, in the beginning of Sonic's story, he found Sonic, but Amy catch up with him. Amy was really sad and apologized for it. In order to make a deal, Silver finds the Iblis Trigger, aka Sonic, and Amy found Sonic. So they meet up in the desert. After that, they go to Soliano, which meets up to, Sonic. You have to defeat Sonic, yada yada yada. Elise has been captured again. Silver tries to finish him off, but only to be introduced by Amy. Amy thinks that Sonic can't be the Iblis Trigger, and Silver thinks he is, from destroying the city. After that, he's been thinking about himself if it's the right thing to do. Blaze, on the other hand, thinks it's what to do for the future. After that, they meet Wild Acropolis. You meet Sonic again, yada yada yada. Princess Elise is captured again. And basically, Sonic, Shadow, and Silver are combined, so I don't want to tell you that part. After getting the Chaos Emerald, they tried to team up with Sonic in order to handle with the Flames of Disaster. The Flames of Disaster. That's why in the beginning of Sonic, Silver decided to help out with Sonic in order to get the Flames of Disaster. After that, yada yada yada, Princess Elise been killed. They time travel, but this time Silver went on to Crash City. Well, not Crash City, the core thing again. I forgot the stage. But they realized they don't need to kill the Iblis trigger. They just need to seal them. So after completing the level, they find Iblis. After defeating Iblis, Silver decided to be a vessel and seal it. But apparently it didn't work. But Blaze decided to be the sacrifice instead. Since Blaze is a flame princess, no Adventure Time, reference. She is the princess who's able to endure flames. She was a good vessel. Iblis take her body as a vessel. She disappeared, and that's the end of the story. You think? Hallelujah! The story is over. You finished Sonic, Shadow, and Silver. It's done. But like in Sonic Heroes, Shadow the Hedgehog, there's a final story you have to complete after you complete everything 100%, called the final battle. Mephiles decided that's enough and decided to go for the Flame of Disaster. Since Sonic is with Elise and Elise has the Flame of Disaster, it was decided to distract them by using the Chaos Emerald, which Mephiles puts a spear through Sonic and killing Sonic. Elise cried, the Flames of Disaster has been released, and both Iblis and Mephiles have transformed into Solaris, killing everyone and everything except for Sonic's friends, which appears into the end of the world. Every Sonic friend thinks that Sonic is dead, except for Elise. Elise apparently thinks that Sonic isn't dead. He's mostly dead, but not dead. He can feel the wind. In order to wake him up, you have to find the 7 Chaos Emeralds. Great. So what is this? Some kind of Dragon Ball related thing? Basically, you have to find them, and all of them. Yet the first we start as Sonic, Knuckles, Blaze. Blaze is not in the sense, she sailed with Iblis. Basically, Sonic, Amy, Knuckles, Shadow, Rouge, Silver, and Rouge. After the final one has been collected, Sonic has turned super after the, Princess Elise kissed Sonic. Sonic turns Super Sonic and gives Shadow and Silver their super abilities. With the power of teamwork, again, they defeated Solaris, which is between now they've been in a strange world with only the Flames of Disaster, which is a little candle. But apparently, Elise doesn't care if the whole universe has been destroyed. She knows that if she blow out the candle, it'll erase Sonic from existence. And this is what she says. I don't care what happens to the world. Are you serious? So you make me do this whole story all to realize that you don't care about what happens to the world. But instead of, ditching her, Sonic gave her one last advice and just smiled. She blew out the candle, repeats the whole, Sonic story thing, but this time it's just no interruption. No Eggman, no Flames of Disaster, no none of that. And that's the end of the game. That's the story. Next for the characters. The game itself is very, very bad. Very bad to the point that they didn't even fix the glitches they did. Take Sonic, for example. In Sonic Shadow and Silver, they have a little gauge, which runs down the more they use it. There's an item shop that you can get from Sonic called Gems, With gems, it can help him from collecting rings to turning small to hurling like grappling hooks. Here's the problem. They didn't code it. They didn't finish. They didn't even test on the game for the Sonic story. So making sure, basically, the more you keep using it, the more it runs down. Since they never coded it properly, it never runs down. It's basically endless. You can use it anytime, skip largest part of the stages and everything. In each story, there's Amigo, and there's a little tag-along, and there's a main one. In tag-along, you face your other, like your buddy. For example, in Sonic and Wave Ocean, you face off as Tails. In Aquatic Base, you face against Sonic. You change character for Sonic to Knuckles, and Knuckles to Tails. But for Tails, you stick along with Sonic. Here's the thing. If I'm like on the ground or something, why can't I switch back to Sonic? Like they did with Sonic Heroes. I mean, if there's a big gap, I want to switch to Tails in order to fly. But when I'm like on the ground and not doing anything, I want to switch to Sonic. It makes total sense. Knuckles. Oh my god. Knuckles and Rouge are good. But the problem is that when they're on the ground, you can't like let go of the land. You have to stay still and then you can jump off the ledge. Jump off the ground. It's very, very bad. I mean it. And sorry if I'm doing all this stuff. It's very, very bad. I can't take this anymore. Shadow isn't too bad, but he has some problems too. For like, if you buy the merch with his Chaos Control, or his Chaos Spear, or even his Chaos Blast, the Chaos Control is able to work from one point. If you defeat one enemy, you point to another. The problem is about that one is, well, the character itself, when you fight an enemy, he frees automatically, making the character really, really not good. It's a problem with everything they did. The whole thing is bad. From the plot to the characters, even the setting is bad. Silver. He's a newcomer, so I'm going to start him off soft. Silver is a not bad character. You can use psychokinesis to control enemies, move objects, or to progress in later of the story. The problem is with Silver is that, for example, if I want to, you progress or use something in a key, it's not a good thing for it. And he only has two things, which is a bracelet that when you jump and crash down, it's stabilized. And there's one that he does a little small dash. Not really effective, but yeah. Next, last and certainly not least, multiplayer. The multiplayer is mega really bad. It only has two, which is tag along and versus battle. When you play in silver when you play silver, if the other player is playing as either Sonic or Shadow, you basically have a disadvantage. Unless you catch the character in your psychokinesis, it makes a one-sided situation. Tag along, it makes it really, really worse. You can't progress the game unless the other player makes it with you. The problem is with that is, well, if your character dies, you can't continue with the story. And the thing about the whole thing about the game is, when you die, you don't start all over. You don't start all over the town. No. You don't start all over the level. You don't start all over the level. You don't do that. You don't start all over the You don't start all over the town. Oh no. You go back to where you didn't even save. So, for example, if I die at Wave Ocean when I first played the game, at 0 life, I died. You go back to the opening credits. Do you see how much that is very, very bad? So if I die a lot, you don't get no game over. You don't get the game over screen. You just go back to the whole thing. You go back to where you didn't even save. Oh my god. It's very, very bad. Overall, the music is good. I think the character can do a little bit more better of it. And there's DLC called Tag Along Amigo, which you can play the character as Amigo in all the stages. I didn't get it because after complete the whole story, I had enough of that. Everything was bad, from the stages to the character. In the stages in Aquatic Base, you hear the music. But when I played it, there's no music. The game is silent. Oh, God. So, overall, I think the game could have done better. I just hope they didn't do it again. Please don't make it again. So, I'll give this game a 1 out of 10. 1 out of 10 for a review. So, if you like more reviews of Sonic, Mario, Legend of Zelda, or any other things, please keep hitting that, like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification so that you can join the notification squad. And let's see if we can get up to 50 subscribers. If you do, it'll be very, very good. See you all. Have a good day. Peace from Mr. Mario Fan 11.